everyone, welcome to another episode of On Purpose by Lynn. For those of you who were new here, welcome. My name is Lynn and I share with you everything you need to know about personal development and spirituality so that you can create your best life and you can rise to your fullest potential. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure to subscribe. This episode, we're going to talk about happiness and how to be happy. As silly as it sounds and as cheesy as it sounds, it's actually something that a lot of people struggle with and something that I gave a lot of thought lately. And the things that I have found are so simple. They're seriously so simple that I truly want to share this with you. So if you're interested in learning more about that, then stay around. So one thing that we have to understand before we get to the basics of happiness is something that Brendon Burchard was talking about becoming aware of where we place our attention. Usually we are focusing our happiness that's somewhere around our past, future and present moment, and we're combining that together. And the past is the past, the future is the future, and the now is the now. And whatever we're basing our happiness on is either based upon the past or based around the future. And the beautiful thing with the past is that it brings a lot of gratitude. It brings a lot of beautiful memories that you've experienced. You don't have to worry about those anymore because the past is the past. It has happened, it is there, it brought you where you are today, and it has made you such a more beautiful person. It has made you grown. It has challenged you in ways perhaps that wasn't so comfortable at the time, but now you know better, you are better, and because of that, you are who you are today. So usually you are grateful for your past. And a lot of people are actually also basing their happiness on the future, which is things that we still want to create, things that we feel that we need to do, maybe certain deadlines, expectations of others, or expectations from yourself. And this future usually creates a lot of stress because either it is giving us pressure or it's an ideal of your life that you not yet have accomplished. And what we have to understand is that when you come back to the now, so not in the past, not in the future, but in the now, and Eckhart Tolle has a beautiful book about this, The Power of Now, is in this present moment is where you can truly create from. This present moment is where you can generate your feelings of happiness. This present moment is where you can actually be happy. Not in the past, not in the future, but now. And therefore we have to become aware of our thinking patterns. In the present moment we can create whatever we want to create because in the present moment we are able to dedicate our full energy and focus into the things that we want to create. We can dedicate our full focus in feeling the emotions that we want to feel. We can dedicate our full energy into thinking the thoughts that will cause us to feel the emotions that we're eventually feeling. And these emotions are happiness, right? So happiness can actually only really be there when you're in the present moment. And in the present moment you can focus your energy into something that you can create in the future, but it doesn't mean that you're focusing on the future feeling powerless because that future, it doesn't exist. It's not there yet. It's just all in our imagination. It's all a story that we tell ourselves that is there, but it's nothing that you truly have power over when you're there with your thoughts. In the here and now, that's where you can truly create, that's where you can generate your happiness. And so when we know that, then we know that our presence, being in the now, can truly only make us happy. Now there are 3 other super basic things that will help you to become more happy. So number one, I briefly touched on that, which was becoming aware of your mind. So a happy mind. What does a happy mind mean? A happy mind means that you're mainly thinking thoughts that are causing you to feel that you're being built up, that you're growing, that you're expanding. Expanding means like feeling the emotions of joy and gratitude and love and passion and, you know, enlightenment. That's the top emotion that you can get, as high as you can get. But we can generate that now within ourselves when we become the master of our mind. And to become the master of our mind, it's easier said than done, that's for sure. And that's why there's so many books about this, written about this, so many spiritual gurus and, you know, people in personal development that teach you how to become the master of your mind. And the first and most easy way to do this is to simply become aware of the fact that you have a choice to think different thoughts. And it's not so much that you constantly have to be in control of the thoughts that you are thinking, but when you're slipping out of thinking thoughts that are making you feel to be frustrated or stressed out or, you know, fed up with certain situations in your life, we can become aware of that. And when we become aware of that, we can snap out of it and we can redirect our thoughts to think better and therefore to really feel those heart-centered emotions. A beautiful thing that you can do is to come up with an anchor thought for that. Just as this technique that I used of Mel Robbins, when you want to snap out of fear and anxiety, you can use an anchor thought. So that can be a memory of you, of your life, of your loved ones, of your grandchildren, or, you know, doesn't matter what it is, just a very pleasant thought. For me, that's mainly going back to a moment where I was serving the most fun and beautiful way, where I felt so free and alive, you know. That's the anchor thought I'm going back to usually, but that can be anything for you. So coming up with an anchor thought. So first, become aware. Secondly, come up with an anchor thought that you condition yourself to think when you become aware of yourself slipping out of these thoughts that are not going to build you up. So that is number one. Make sure that your mind is decluttered, that your mind is at peace, and that you can become the master of your mind, become aware of the thoughts that you're thinking, because in the end, whatever we think is what we end up feeling, is what will end up all these chemicals within our bodies to react and to make us feel all these emotions that it's, you know, making us feel. So yes, become the master of your mind to have a happy mind. Secondly, and this is so basic knowledge, you know, but that's the thing with these things. Common knowledge is not common practice. And so common sense is not common practice. And so we have to become aware of how to really practice these things, because it will lead us to a happier life. And it's super simple. It is very simple. But we need to apply it to our lives as well to really feel the happiness and to generate these feelings. So secondly, you need to have a happy body. Mind, body, spirit needs to be in balance. So a happy body. What are you feeding yourself? What are you feeding your body? Is your body really growing and thriving because of the things that you're eating and consuming? What water are you drinking? Is it heavily chlorinated? You know, what are the chemicals that are in your water? We are 70% water, so clean and alkaline water is the number one thing that you need to think of. Secondly, what are the foods that you are consuming? Is it all sugary and processed and, you know, alcohol and all these things? Because that's not going to make you feel good. When you eat everything that, well, not everything, but most of the things that come out of nature will be good for our bodies, will make us feel healthy and vitalized. Secondly, are you moving your body? Are you actually in your body? Is your body able to do what it's supposed to do, which is moving, sweating, you know, becoming more alive, raising that energy? That's what a happy body truly means. So if you are feeling unhappy and maybe you've picked up on some unhealthy habits of how you treat your body, and there's no shame in that because we all do that, change that around, because it will heavily influence the way how you feel. It will heavily influence your happiness. Then it will bring me to my third point, which is the spirit. We need to have some spirituality within our lives, and it doesn't have to be super big and, you know, going deep into consciousness and all these things, but just having faith, just knowing that you're part of something bigger, that you're here for a reason and that you are serving a purpose, whether you know what that is or not, but you are meant to be here. You're meant to be here at this time, and therefore there is good awaiting for you in this world. And whatever you're facing right now, maybe you don't know why it is or why it's happening, and maybe it's not the most pleasant experience that you're experiencing right now. I mean, globally we're in this experience that we don't necessarily want to be in, but yeah, you know, we're challenged with it and we're faced with it, and we have to believe that it's for a bigger purpose. It's because, you know, everything happens for a reason. It's because you know, it's going to lead us to something that's so much better than we are in right now. So having faith, having a healthy spirit, allowing yourself to really connect with that, to connect with that within you, and know that there's love for you, that there's space for you, and that you're here for a reason, that you are serving a purpose that's going to make this world a better place, whether you feel that right now or not. But you have to learn to have that faith, because without that faith, why are we truly here? You know, it doesn't make sense. So there has to be something bigger that is driving all of this that we can see around us, this, you know, that's created us, you, me, you know, this nature, and the beautiful environment that I'm standing right now. It's all interconnected, and you play a big role within that part. Your presence is needed. So these are the basic things that we really have to look to if we feel unhappy, or when we want to be more happy. We can really look to the basics of life: mind, body, spirit. Where is it out of balance? How can I create a more balanced life? How can I create more peace within that and create more harmony within, you know, these three pillars? How can I do that? And where am I focusing my attention? Because where attention goes, energy flows. So if you're focusing all of your attention in this present moment, then you are actually walking through this gateway of accessing all of these beautiful things that you're only able to experience in this present moment. So yeah, this is all that I have for you today. Let me know in the comments how this has helped you, or what are your insights about happiness and how have you experienced that? What does it mean for you? And if you haven't already liked this video, make sure to click that like button so this video will be spread out to everyone who needs to hear this message right now. And remember to subscribe to my channel, as you will be the first to watch all of my videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, so that you can create the best life for you. But for now, I am tuning out. We have such an exciting future to look forward to, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.